beautiful friend. It is so good to be with you again. Today's topic is not easy, but so necessary. Is how to emotionally detach from someone, whether it's a romantic partner, a friend, or even a family member. And emotional detachment doesn't mean that you are cold or you're completely cutting someone out of your life, even though sometimes it is necessary, and we will talk about it. It's more about you protecting your own energy, your own peace, and setting healthy boundaries. And in this video, I'll be sharing 5 rules that will help you to emotionally detach from someone without a feeling of shame, guilt, or losing who you are. Rule number 1 of emotional detaching is to actually recognizing when it is necessary. And this one could be difficult for a lot of us when our emotions can cloud our judgment, but we have to trust our intuition when we constantly feeling drained, anxious, or unhappy after being with someone. That's a major red flag. When we constantly finding excuses for their poor behavior, it's a red flag again. And the rule practically here is if it costs your peace, it's too expensive. Rule number 2 is set clear and compassionate boundaries. And boundaries are practically rules of how we allowing other people to treat us. Here, it doesn't mean that we are punishing other person. It means that we are recognizing what we need and we are expressing those needs clearly and firmly. That could mean saying no to certain favors and invitations. That could mean limiting time that we spend with other person, or maybe limiting topics that we are willing to discuss. And boundaries are not meant to punish other person. They are meant to protect you. And you can be kind but firm with setting your boundaries. Rule number 3 is focus on your own growth, happiness, and self-care. A lot of times it's easy to lose sight of our goals and our own well-being when we are emotionally entangled with someone. And we might put other people's desires ahead of our own and neglect our own self-care. But I want you to know that you cannot pour out of an empty cup. And if you're not taking care of yourself physically, mentally, and emotionally, you will have nothing to give to other people. So you need to prioritize your own needs, your own self-care, your own desires and goals. When you start showing up for yourself, you shift the dynamic of all the relationships. So rediscover your passions, spend time with people who uplift you, do some journaling, do things that excite you and things that you actually enjoy, and practice self-compassion. Rule number 4 is let go of a need to control or fix other people. And that one could be difficult if you're a natural caregiver or if you're a natural problem solver. And sometimes we would feel like if I don't show up, something terrible will happen. But I want you to understand that the reality is you cannot control anyone else's life or their choices, their consequences. People need to face that they are the ones responsible, and their choices are not your responsibility. You can, of course, offer support and guidance, but I want you to know that it is not your obligation. It is actually loving yourself and respecting other people's path. And rule number 5 is give yourself permission to move on. And here I don't mean to completely cut out that relationship, though sometimes, once again, it is necessary. Here I mean give yourself permission to emotionally detach, to spend less time with that person, to be less emotionally invested with them. Create a new dynamic that works better for you. And I want you to understand that it is normal to feel grief or feel pain from losing someone. And it's normal to feel sad, but this sadness should not keep you back, should not hold you back from creating a new chapter in your life. Because letting go is always the beginning of something new. And when one door closes, another door opens. And I know that emotional detaching from people is not easy, and a lot of times it's easier said than done. But I want you to also understand that it's a process that will open up so much for you. And I promise you, it is so worth it when you learn how to set healthy boundaries and prioritize your own self care and your own needs. When you let go, you create space for more fulfilling relationships, and you stop wasting energy on people and relationships that don't serve you anymore. And if you are struggling to emotionally detach from someone, I want you to know that you're not alone. It's a common challenge that a lot of us face from time to time, and we learn and we grow. I want you to know that you can do this and you can handle it with grace and with resilience. Start by taking small steps. Create one boundary at a time. Practice some self-care, even though it's just for a couple, several minutes, but do it every day. Surround yourself with people that support you, that encourage you, that uplift you, and very, very important, be patient and compassionate with yourself. Remember, emotionally detaching from someone doesn't mean you're cold, you're harsh, you're uncaring. It just means you're wise enough to understand that the relationship is no longer serving you and do something about it. It means you value yourself enough to create the kind of life and connections that actually nourish you and let you grow. And emotional detaching is not about completely erasing people out of your life. It could be a new way you look at the relationship. Of course, you don't forget these people existed and the impact they created in your life. And it's about finding a new way to relate to these people, still honoring your own boundaries and needs, and being compassionate. And once again, it is okay to surround yourself with supporting people. It could be friends, it could be even a therapist, a counselor. And it's okay to rely on them to help you heal. But I want you to know that ultimate healing is up to you. And no one else can do the work for you. So it's up to you to start this journey of healing, of growing, of pursuing your own needs, desires, your goals, your challenges. Remember, emotional detaching from someone is not the end of the story. It's the beginning of a whole new chapter. A chapter where you are the creator of your own life and you can have the things the way you want. Remember that you are surrounded by a universe that loves and cares for you and wants to see you thrive, be happy, and grow. And everything that's given to us is a great lesson. It's a great experience that we are learning. Lean to that power. Trust in that process. You have the wisdom, the strength, the power to handle anything and everything. And at the end, I would like to add that you are the one who get to choose the relationships that will nourish you. And drop in the comments if you are going through this right now. I would like to hear your story. And if this video helped you, please don't forget to like it and subscribe to my channel. I have a lot more videos coming to help you heal, to help you grow, to help you achieve anything and everything in life. And that will be all for today. I will see you very soon.